Good morning.
Hello.
Still eating breakfast.
I am Lizzie, 215 on Ravelry, also known as Liz, if you want to go by names.
Yeah. My name's Alicia. I go by AK47 on Ravelry. And this is Loop It About. I just spilled on myself. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because I'm wearing Carhartt.
Yes.
It's a comfort day. So excited. Oh, man. It's been an interesting week already.
Yes.
How about you? This is my Friday. And this Friday is going to be crazy.
Well, this is my Monday.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about your Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Weekend was good. It was busy, but good busy. So Friday I had my niece's 11th birthday party.
Oh, man.
Even though her birthday's in November, their life kind of got busy, so they decided to celebrate it on Friday. So we went up to this place, Arena Sports in Mill Creek, and got it's an indoor soccer place, but they also have like laser tag and bowling and an arcade.
What did you guys do?
And bouncy houses. Well, I went with my 4-year-old, so we did the bouncy house.
Okay. So you could pick whatever you wanted to do once you got there?
You know, everything costs. Like, if bouncy house has a prize, bowling has a prize, arcade definitely has a prize, you know, cards and the little swipey cardy thingy.
Okay.
We did the bouncy house, and then we played games and earned tickets, and then minion number 1 got to pick her prizes, which is cheaper if I just buy the stupid thing off Amazon, but you know, I understand because the fun is in the trying to win the tickets.
It reminds me of a Steve Martin movie.
Yeah. So that was Friday. Well, and then as you guys know, Thursday was my birthday, so we just had dinner with my in-laws. Made me dinner. Any night that I don't have to cook is a great night.
Right. That needs to happen more often. It's happened the last 2 nights over here.
And then Saturday was Hamilton. Yes,
wow, it was really well timed with your birthday.
Well, it just happened to work out that way. We did not know when we were going to get the tickets because we bought season theater tickets, as you guys know, in order just to get Hamilton tickets. And then it just so happened that Hamilton was here the week of my birthday.
That's awesome. So
we went to Hamilton, and it was great. Probably the best play I've seen. And I mean, trust it, I do really like the music and stuff. The show is really well put together and stuff. So they don't do any set changes. The whole background stays the same. So nothing, you're not distracted by like set changes. Yeah. And then the actors themselves bring in chairs. And like, you know, stools, props if they need them. And stuff, or, you know, boxes to stand up on to raise some of that. And that's all. But they do that all while they're singing and dancing, so you don't even, like, notice it. They're like, oh, wait, there's a chair there now.
Elevation change.
Yeah. And then, but the really cool thing, I think, is what made the show really good, is they have 2 concentric circles on stage that rotate. Oh, depending on, you know, the scene what they're doing. So, you know, it gives the impression of them walking down the street or handing pamphlets without, you know, they're not moving across the stage. Yeah. The circle's moving and they're just stepping with it.
Interesting. Well, against it.
Yeah.
So they stay in place. But
But it's awesome. If you have the chance to see Hamilton, I have a feeling, I mean, it's so popular. It's going to be on tour for a while. So if you don't, I have a feeling it's going to be on tour for a while. So if you don't get tickets this first round, probably next year.
Be patient.
It's going to come back around. Cool. So how about your weekend?
My weekend's tomorrow.
Yes, that's right.
And we're going skiing. When we mounted our powder skis this year, which we've had for 4 years, we just haven't mounted them. So finally, you know, did our chores. But the powder skis were not to his liking. They were too short for how aggressive he plays. So he biffed hard. Like, it was like I was watching him ski for the first time. I was like, what is going on? Like, blowing up.
He was
a yard
helmet,
sale
right?
every time. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
it was a good thing, too. Just yard sale after yard sale. I'm just picking up skis behind him and bringing it to him. I was like, what is going on? He's like, I hate these skis. I was like, oh, I've never seen you have this horrible of a day. So we took a couple weeks off of skiing. Well, maybe a month off. While we decided what we were going to do, because it sounded like he didn't want to go skiing again. I was like, this is our fun for winter. So, I encouraged him to take the mount that we just put on his powder skis, take him off those, put him on his old older skis that he hasn't skied on in like 6 years because he got on his short skis and has loved it. You know, those little snoller blades I was telling you guys about last time. He's been addicted to these. They're like this long. That's it, guys.
They're
That's
like ski skates.
Yeah, he's just having a good time. But when we get fresh snow, he can't use those. So then I said, well, you have your older powder skis. Why don't we just get them mounted correctly, and maybe you'll love them as much as you wanted to when you got them mounted years before. So now we have to go pick those up, and we're going to test them out tomorrow. And hopefully they'll be awesome. Because I got awesome powder skis, and I was giggling like a schoolgirl for the entire day we were on the mountain. While he was blowing up, I was just gleefully having a great time.
And not at his expense.
Not at his expense. I wasn't laughing at him at all. It was
maybe
just
not
laughing
maybe
at
a little, but
the powder. Oh, it was so amazing.
I've
I've never since I was 8. I've never enjoyed powder. Turns out you just need to have the right skis for it.
the right equipment goes a long way.
So finally, at the age of 38, I got 30 years after I learned to ski, I got the proper equipment for powder, and I had so much fun. So now I need to get poles, because I ski without poles. But apparently you shouldn't do that in powder, so more equipment is coming probably next year. We'll do this for real next year. Right now I'm just like getting used to it. Because they're longer and wider, and so, which is good because my stance is already kind of wide for the skis that I'm using, and Sean keeps saying, put your feet together, put your feet together. Didn't have to do it this time, and I didn't cross them as much as I usually do because I wasn't trying to like focus on trying to keep them together. So it was good. It was good. That was a couple weeks ago. So, okay, maybe a month ago. So now we're gonna go tomorrow. I'm really stoked. I'm not taking my powder skis out tomorrow. I'm gonna go back to my all-terrain park stuff. The heavy duty, I can't break them even if I wanted to kind of skis. So it'll be fun. I'm really stoked. This week has been really busy. I haven't been this busy in a while. So I went to a sewing class with my mom.
What?
Yeah. So for Christmas, my mom got a new machine. And it's a FAF something. And she was so intimidated by it, she took it back like the day after Christmas. My dad's like, what's going on? I got her the best gift. She even cried. I was like, yeah, but I could understand. She was intimidated. Well, they wouldn't take it back because they're like, no, you want this machine. All you have to do is take these free classes that come with the purchase of your machine.
Oh, it's free class.
Yeah.
Even better.
So she went to her first one, and she couldn't go by herself, so she snagged me to go. So we went on Valentine's Day. Me and my mom had a date on Valentine's Day with a sewing machine. But it was great. So I learned how to thread it and put the bobbin in and load a bobbin.
Well, this is good for you too, because you
really
want to do this, your paper piecing or
Well, we're
whatever.
trying to get Mom. I don't know if Mom watches. I don't think she does. She probably will, potentially. But I've been trying to get Mom to have a hobby ever since she retired 2 years ago. And she just doesn't want to do it. Like, I'm trying everything. I'm throwing everything at her. She's like, I want to learn to box. I was like,
sweet, let's go.
Okay, let's do it. So Dad won't let her. But we're still trying to maneuver that in. I was like, I'm wondering if she just wants to hit people. I don't think she wants to get hit. It's
Yeah, exactly. She just needs a punching bag.
So I'll keep you posted on that if Mom ever goes to a boxing class. So we went to sewing class. I learned how to make a button. Well, you have to cut the hole, but it does the sewing around the buttonhole for you.
Oh,
and then you just snip it open. It's like steeking. It's really awesome. What else did I learn? Just make adjustments on it. So we have a second class in March. But I think that first class was enough for me to do my paper piecing because all I'm doing is straight lines. Right?
So you're like, I know how to thread it. I know how to put the thing in. I'm good.
I loaded 2 bobbins because, you're going to use a lot of that thread. So I loaded 2 up just so that I don't run out and have to load a bobbin in the middle of the things. But yeah, so that should be soon. My adventure begins. Sewing this year. So Wednesday was Valentine's Day. Thursday, Liz and I got together.
Yes.
And we went on an adventure.
Yes, we went to Tolt Yarn and Wool,
which is just down the street from her house.
Yes.
Ish. No, I was second guessing my present.
She was, but she shouldn't.
I shouldn't have. We like pretty much everything. Okay, we like everything the same.
At
so
least knitting wise.
So,
Alicia bought me this lovely bracelet.
have you guys seen these? They're rulers.
They're rulers, so it's like the coolest knitting notion ever.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, this isn't mine. This is Alicia. Alicia's letting me wear it. I got the black one, but I forgot it at home today. So
isn't that clever?
yeah, so you don't have to like go digging for your
ruler at any time.
your measuring tape anytime if you're knitting.
And this is our year of garments.
Yeah, so
We're gonna need this.
We're gonna need this. So the one we got, since we both have little wrists, is 15 inches.
Mm-hmm. So that's the small.
That's
the
the
medium
smallest.
is 1 more inch, and then the large is 17.
And it's made from a company called I Love Handles.
So it's like love handles.
I know, exactly. I think it's a good play on words. And it's just super, super cute.
Mm-hmm.
So she got the dark brown.
Yeah.
There's
so
a
that'll
lighter
darken
brown.
up. It'll darken up over time.
And then there's a black, which
And
is
a
the one
black.
I got.
Yeah, so the light one will be more yellowed. This
Yeah.
is going to be a brown.
This will
and
be a
hers
dark
is black.
brown. There was one of the lovely cashiers at Tolt had the dark brown on one.
And she's had it for months.
Yeah, and it had darkened up really nicely, patinaed.
Oh,
I guess
it's
would be
gonna
the correct term.
beautiful.
So very excited. So thank you, Alicia, for my birthday present.
It's really light. I haven't snagged it on anything.
No, it's
but
super light.
I'll be knitting and I'll see it in my peripheral and it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, so awesome. So those are $20 and they come in a little tin. So the tin when you take your bracelet out.
It actually make a really good notion tin.
It was a great day. We went to Tolt's. I was talking to Annetta that morning and she said, I went looking for that by hand cereal book that you guys showed on your last podcast and it's out of print. I was like, wait, what? So I said, well, Tolt was featured in that book, so I'll go look because we're going today, and if they have it, I'll let you know. Sure enough, they had a copy.
They had 15 copies.
They had 15 copies. And so the lady's like, well, let me double check we have enough because when she calls in, I was like, no, she's going to call you right now. Sure enough, she called. We got the order in. It was good. It was really good. And she's already gotten the bag. She got it a couple days ago.
Oh.
I slipped a little pin in there because I was there. It's a little black sheep. And she got a sample of Lopi. So she ordered Lopi. I said, okay, next time I'm going to be your mule because, your stamp. You get stamped for your yarn purchases at Tolt's.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm going to see you in June. I was like, can you just hold off till June? She's like, no, I need the yarn right now. I said, okay, so if you make a second order, let me know because I'll just bring it to you.
And then, speaking of other things I bought myself, they had the cutest little giant...
It's like a giant diaper pin.
Giant diaper pin.
But it does have a ducky on it. It's open.
For shawls. So I don't wear some of my
Liz
shawls.
didn't want to purchase anything.
I
She
don't
was
want to
being
purchase
really
anything.
good.
Notice I did not purchase yarn.
Doesn't have to go on Ravelry.
Doesn't have to go on Ravelry. There are some shawls, like this one. I'm wearing Snowflake Party, which I made for Martina Bem because I was part of her club 2 years ago.
It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years. But it's kind of, I hate having to retie shawls. It's just not me. I don't
like it. Or they
like
rotate on you.
Yeah, or they rotate and stuff.
One end comes flying out.
And then with these kind of things, some shawl pins tend to be too heavy and they don't work, or they're open ended and they don't close.
Yeah,
and it drives me nuts. So
you poke yourself with them.
Right. I have only worn this once, and I haven't worn it since I made it until I bought this
today.
And
you wore it to work this week too, right?
I wore it to work last week.
Yeah.
Yep. It has been awesome. I am in love with the shawl pin. I am never buying another shawl pin again. I'm going to go back and buy another one of these. So I have 2 of them and call it good.
Yeah. Both chrome colored, or are you going to go with gold or something?
They only had chrome. I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't know who makes them. I can't tell you. Sorry, there was no label.
How much was it? Do you remember?
Nope, don't remember either.
Okay.
I didn't care. It was what I needed, what I
It was
wanted.
less than a skein of yarn.
Definitely less than a skein of yarn.
And it's gonna hold a skein of yarn around your neck.
So that was my splurge, my birthday splurge to myself with the shawl pin.
And what's nice, it lets your shawl sing. It doesn't,
Yeah, it doesn't
detract from
and you
the
can
lace
hide it.
or-
I'm not doing a good job of hiding it, but you could easily hide it in the
Yeah.
folds. And I don't have to retie it.
And she doesn't wear a lot of jewelry, so that'll count as some bling if you need it. So yeah. So you're wearing Martina Bam.
I'm wearing Martina Bam. This is Snowflake Party. Like I said, it was one of her club patterns from 2 years ago. I loved being a part of that club because, I mean, she has such interesting construction. But again, I'm trying to get rid of my yarn, and that yarn was coming faster than I knit.
But you did knit 3 out of the 4 or something, didn't you?
I did knit 3 out of 4. The only one I didn't knit was the last one. No, I did really good keeping up with that one. I couldn't do it year after year.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the yarn you get is beautiful because you get Woolmisa. At least that year I got Woolmisa, and then a couple others who I can't remember. But
okay. It gives you variety that you wouldn't get here because she's from Germany.
Right.
So you get European yarn at the shipping price you already paid for.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to think about the cost every single time. I'm wearing a Lopi sweater made out of Lopi. So this is my Icelandic section.
That's your grandma's
right here. My grandma sweater. So when I feel out of sorts, I wear Carhartts. I go to my Carhartt overalls, and that's like my comfort clothing. So I made this sweater a couple years back. I think it's 15 skeins of Lopi. It's Lopi held double. So it's super bulky, held double. So there's a light green that's kind of a mint green and a dark green that I put together because there wasn't enough dark green. That was when Lopi was being discontinued and they were changing their label and maybe even changing their company at that time. So this is old school Lopi. So I think I got them for $3 a skein. Maybe even less than that because I was working at the store.
I think it was less.
So it was
than
like
that.
$2 a skein, and I needed 14. And I had a coworker there that was very introverted, and so the way I got her to come out of her shell was I said, "Why don't you pick a pattern and we'll knit together?" And she picked this one. So it's a huge coat, and we modified it.
This was never
I'm gonna move it
something
back.
you would pick. I think.
Yeah. So it's a huge coat. It's got pockets. And the pockets are actually a single layer of Lopi, of the lighter, I think.
You made it
the lighter
lighter. Yeah,
color.
that's the lighter.
And that's on US 9s. The rest of it was on US 15 or 17. I will adjust if I need to. It's supposed to be straight, but I A-lined it. Can you tell that it's A-lined a bit?
It's too bulky.
So I tapered some on the side. Maybe you can see the decreases. Maybe not. Anyway, the buttons don't have buttonholes, so I just pinned it closed and I put the buttons on the outside. Has a nice collar. Raglan, as you can see on this sleeve, raglan increases. Super easy. Super easy. It's all one piece. There's nothing to do once you cast it off except for the pockets, which are awesome. Yeah, so this is my grandma sweater that I never get to wear. So I said, I'm wearing it today because I'm wearing my Carhartts. So I've probably put up what the pattern was and who it was by, but it was from one of the Lopi books. And yeah, it's red, and it doesn't look like much in the book. And actually, I don't even know if they have a picture of it on Ravelry. It came from one of those old Lopi books, and they had it at the store, so I don't even have a copy of it. But yeah, I love it. Now, it's rustic because it's Lopi.
So is it itchy?
I don't know because I only wear long sleeves. But I told Sean that I could grow into it, right? Because I'm going to be 80 when I wear it all the time. Super stoked. So, yeah, if you're looking for a super comfy big sweater, and it's huge, and it's so much. But yeah, that's what we're wearing. That's what we've been up to. What are you working on?
I'm working on a hexie. I did not get any time to work on my hexies this week, so I am working on last week's hexie today because I focused on last night. I was knitting, not still super late, but late enough.
Oh wait, is it finished?
My start, yeah, but I didn't get to block it, so I don't know how much detail you're going to be able to see.
Okay.
But I finished the first square of my blanket. So it needs to be blocked. These should probably be blocked. I think they need to be blocked out to about 20 inches or so. Well, 18 to 20 inches.
It looks like you dropped your needles. So does that mean you're making all 4 squares?
I am. So you remember I was telling you guys I was worried I was going to pay Yarn Chicken. I needed to finish a square and then measure how much yarn I had used from my 547-gram
Wow. Big old skate.
cake. So I only used 125. If they all come out about the same, I'll have about 40 grams of yarn left over. I'll use about 500 for the blanket. So I was very excited. So yeah, I dropped my needles. This just needs to be blocked because they recommend blocking them all before sewing them together. So I will block this one this week and then start square number 2, and then I'll bring it next week after it's blocked so you guys can really see the lace pattern.
Because she has a steamer.
Yeah. No, yeah, I have a steamer, but I think this one I'm actually going to
Wet block it.
I'm going to wet block it because it needs to be blocked out. It really needs to be pulled to show the lace. Okay. They said the pattern, Tin Can Knit says you really do have to aggressively block this one.
It needs to bloom in the water and get it out. Okay.
It's not a good one to just steam block.
Okay. It is gorgeous.
So,
Did you ever figure out what the yarn is?
Nope.
Darn it.
I'm guessing it'll appear one day when I reorganize my stash or something to label, but no. I know it's superwash because this is when we were first knitting, and the only thing I would buy then was superwash. So I'm not worried about giving it to a baby. It's worsted superwash wool. I just don't know who made it or the color.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
But yeah, I think I was very happy with it.
Okay.
So that's all I finished this week. I worked a little bit on...
I finished something.
What'd you finish?
I finished my sweater.
What?
Yeah, it's not tucked in. And
Obviously.
I have it inside out so you guys can see all the ends I get to tuck in.
Wow, congratulations. Nice. Oh, that looks so good.
So it's
your
V-neck,
first
front and back.
garment.
My first garment for the year, guys. Look at all those ends. I'm super duper stoked. No, I'm not.
Just do it a little at a time while watching the Norwegian curling team.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the car with Dad on my way to Bonnie Lake. And that traffic is horrible in the afternoon. So I'm going to start in the car. So that's the May pullover. It is by Andrea Mowry. It used almost exactly 8 skeins of Aran weight 50-gram balls. That was Debbie Bliss, Rialto Aran. And this is a gray number that's appearing on the screen right now. I don't know if it's mine because the armhole was really small, but I knew that my shoulder was gonna come to like here, right? And so I knew it wasn't gonna be in my armpit, but it's still a bit snug. Now I haven't tried it on since I put the ribbing on, so.
Try it on and block it.
I'm going to block it first and then try it on again because I'm thinking it'll grow some because the Rialto DK by Debbie Bliss really, really like expands. So I didn't feel like the same yarn. Rialto DK is super tightly wound 10-ply, and this is a 10-ply too, but it didn't feel as tightly wound. So we'll see. If it grows, then I'll probably keep it. If it doesn't grow, it's going to Mom. Mom gets all my reject sweaters. And what sucks is sometimes I think, and I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to put this away for a while before I decide that. Because I unpacked that gradient sweater recently after I had reworked the armholes. Mm-hmm. And even after reworking the armholes, I did not wear that sweater for a year, if not 2 years. And then when I put it on, I was like, this is the perfect sweater. So maybe I just don't like things fresh off the needles. And if that's the case, I don't want to give away yet another thing I made and then regret not wearing it later when I let the newness wear off. So I have 2 extra skeins. This is a discontinued yarn, so I'm probably going to put it up for destash. I thought about making that USA hat that little snowboarder chick was wearing.
Chloe Kim?
Yeah. But I think you need 200 yards, and it was super bulky. So I could carry this double to get the right heft, but I don't have enough yardage to make a hat. So, because what they were using was a 50-gram... or no, 100-gram skein that was 87 meters or 87 yards. And this, if you held it double, would be 88 yards. So I was like, oh, well then that would be the same bulk. is super bulky.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were looking to make that hat, but you don't have that yarn, think about wearing holding Erin double. There we go. Cutting that part out. Your works in progress that you were about to pull out when I said
Oh,
that
no
I
worries.
finished something.
I worked on ink.
Ooh, more sweater talk, guys.
More sweater talk.
We're
I
doing
got
a
the
sweater
collar
knit-along.
done.
Shut up. And it didn't, like, motivate you to just pick up all the stitches?
I didn't have the right needles.
Oh.
So the collar is done on 2s or 2.5s, depending if
Yeah.
you have 2.5s. I actually went out and bought 2.5s, so I have
Okay.
2.5s. And then I finished it while I was out and about, and then I was like, oh, I don't have 4s.
That's pretty.
So, yeah. So yeah, that's the collar.
Oh, those cables look fantastic. Good job, Liz.
Yeah, so I will get back on it, probably pick it up tonight, and pick up the stitches.
On 4s.
On 4s.
You're gonna be on big
so
needles.
excited. And go from there. Yeah. And then,
She gets
see,
to
I have
do
the
some-
4s. I have the
nice.
4s. I remembered to pack those. The yarn is a Dream in Color. No. Georgia. Sweet Georgia. Sorry. Sweet Georgia, and
It's Tough Love Sock.
yes.
The colorway is Riptide.
Yeah, what she said. She knows more what I'm doing than I don't know. And then I got a little bit done on Minion #1 socks. So I've changed colors. So I
Yeah,
got.
because I think you were just starting the red.
I was just setting the orange.
Or the orange.
Yeah,
When we saw you
last
last.
because I put a progress keeper in so you guys could tell. So I got one whole color stripe done, and moving on to the next set of colors. So little by little, because it's for me, knitting's about the journey. I mean, it's nice to have finished objects, but I really do enjoy seeing progress. So progress keepers were made with me in mind.
My kitty pants.
So yeah, so that's what I've been working on.
And has your minion been trying it on like crazy still?
Oh yeah, she's still trying out for it crazy. She made me. So if you guys ever, let's see if I have it in here. The Fishless Kits heel, they have you trace a foot, and she knows it, so she had me retrace her foot.
Did it get bigger?
It did. I don't know. I have to look for the other one. I'm sure it did. She's a growing 4-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
She had me retrace her foot, so I could still measure it when she wasn't around.
That's so funny. Just in case.
No. Oh yeah, and this is the Swirl-E pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry.
By Susie White.
Yes, and it's awesome.
So I don't know if you watched last time, but Susie White is a bonus pattern for the ZK knit along.
Woo!
So if you guys want to do something from a ZK designer, Susie White's one, and it's a really fun pattern.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the movement of it?
I am. It's super easy to memorize. You don't have to like carry a pattern around and stuff like that. It's an 8-stitch repeat, and literally you just it's
Just
like
move a stitch.
you move a stitch over. Purl 2, knit 6, purl 2, knit 6, purl 2, knit 6.
And it's free.
And it's free.
It's awesome.
And it's a good way. I mean, she made it for self-striping yarn just to give socks some interest without ruining the self-striping so you can still enjoy the self-striping yarn.
Exactly. Yeah, I've done a lot of simple patterns for self-striping. Feel free to look at all my projects to see what I use, but most of them were free.
Yeah.
This last one that I finished for Dad, I think is the only one that I've purchased. I take that back. Some of, I got gifted one from Becky, from Megan Williams, and that was Sean's last unicorn socks. And then I think I won a Megan Williams pattern from her self-striping knit along that she does yearly, or she used to do yearly. So yeah, I probably have a few Megan Williams patterns because I think we got one for a ZK too.
Yeah, we got the
and I made
three-legged
that.
race.
Yeah, I made that and my sushi socks that were self-striping. Okay, let's see.
So what have you been working on?
Sweaters.
Of course, yeah. She texted me last week and she's like, I'm going through an anxiety attack. I have 3 garments on the needles.
That's
It was super funny.
Spurred me to finish that gray sweater because I came home that day because that was Friday. We went to a knit night. So I came back from knit night with a new sweater on the needles, and I had planned before I left. I took out that first panel that I had knit initially, because it was too tight compared to the other 3 panels when I finally got the other 3 done. I had taken it back, put in a lifeline. It was ready to go. That I told myself I'll do it in the morning. I'll have the shoulders done tomorrow. It'll be fine, and I can decide, what piece I'm gonna do. Nope. I came home, knit up that panel again, got the shoulder in. I picked up all the stitches for the collar. Yeah, I was determined to finish because at that point I had too many things on the needle. So I started a new pattern, and it's been in my queue ever since it landed on Ravelry.
Yeah, this one's beautiful.
I love this picture of it. So it's Sumuzikaze. Isn't that cool? I didn't even notice that there was lace on the sleeves until I saw that picture. So I'm making that. Now, I thought it was styled in this way, that it's longer on this side than that side. No, it's built that way.
Oh, cool.
So there's the schematic. Isn't that cool? So I'm super stoked. It's top down, seamless. They're speaking my language, guys. So I'm in. You can get it in Japanese and you can get it in English. I didn't check to see what the other languages were. Yeah, it's 2 pages of patterning.
You're like, it can't be that hard.
It can't be that tough, right? It's on fingering weight, and I'm using the intended yarn. So that's Fiberco. It's called Meadow, is the base. And the colorway is Aster. So let me show you what color that is. I told them, please no pink.
Oh, that's pretty. It's like a purple, blue,
purple
gray.
blue color. It's really pretty. Maybe that's more like it.
And the reason she says she told them is she's doing this as a test knit.
This is a store sample.
Store sample knit, sorry.
I got the collar done. I should have gotten a lot more done, but I came home and stressed out to finish another sweater. So you're on 4s and 6s, US 4s.
Oh,
US
that's
6s.
gonna go really fast. So it's really a drapey top.
Yes.
Because you said fingering on 6s.
Mm-hmm. And it's I didn't tell you what the blend of yarn was. I think it's llama and something else. Where did that tag go? Did it just disappear?
I don't know. Is it here in your
Yeah. It is baby llama, silk, linen, and merino. God, what didn't they put in this thing?
No kidding.
Alpaca. And guess what?
You're not allergic to llama?
I'm not allergic to llama.
Nice.
No sneezing fit, no itchy nose, no nothing. And I sat with it for 2 hours. I cast it on 3 times because I know that I have enough yarn. I'm not going to play yarn chicken, but I can't waste yarn. Just can't do it. So I'm sitting at the store doing it the 3rd time, and the person at the store is like, Alicia, just cut the yarn. No, I can't. I gave you the yarn. You didn't even purchase the yarn, Alicia. I just cut it. Nope, can't. I'm just gonna redo it. So yeah, I spent a lot of time with the yarn. No sneezing.
Yay, that's good to know.
Yay, llamas.
Yay, llamas.
Careful, they spit. And I will be focusing on that after I tuck in those
store,
ends.
yeah.
Stores. I want it to be done. I don't want them to be waiting on me on their deadline.
And you want to keep on being able to knit sample knits for them.
Exactly. I'm trying to make a good rapport here, guys. So I'm going to hold this up upside down so you can see my progress. So I worked on Sean's sweater. I'm going to try not to drop anything. And I got that far. I didn't get very far. But at the end of that blue stripe right there, I decided it was time to measure. Up until then, I didn't want to know, right? I didn't want to know I was 17 inches away from being 15 inches long. So I measured, and I was at 9.5 inches, which means I only have 2 more stripe sections to go. So I got almost halfway through the next gray stripe, which is plucky, which I don't enjoy, but I don't mind it this time because I have less stitches and I'm not increasing and, I'm not really paying attention. I could just knit. So that's going really well. That's Emmeline by, I don't remember.
It's appeared on the screen by now.
Mm-hmm. And that's for Sean. It has 716 knits that I haven't used yet. That's going to be
the stripe coming up, I'm going to be holding this double. And a whole bunch of 3 Irish Girls, which is the kit that came in our goodie bag last ZK. And then a bunch of gray, which is also 3 Irish Girls. And then I'm working from Plucky right now. In another gray, a lighter gray. And if I had a better camera, you could see that they were different grays. And who knows? Well, I didn't show that last week. Well, the week before, I said that I was running out of yarn, probably. I mentioned that there were some people that probably watch this that have this skein in their stash, but it wasn't up for destash. Well, I got contacted shortly after one of the ZK members noticed that she was one of them, and she sent me a package, and it came last week. And guess what was in it? The colorway I need!
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So let me unpack this. I'm so stoked. So this is going to help me out. I'm going to be able to finish the sleeves in the same stripe action that I started with. So I'm so excited. Becky, you are the best. I can't even tell you. And then, so I was just thinking she was going to send me that yarn because out of the kindness of her heart, she's going to let me do. And I told her, you're not just giving me this yarn. I'm making it up to you, whether it's at ZK or before ZK or saving this sweater. She sent a little something for the both of us.
What?
Mm-hmm. So it says, to Alicia, I'm so glad I can help you finish your sweater. I figured since I was sending yarn, I would send some minis for you and Liz. I put these yarns into my scrappy blanket already. So happy knitting.
Aww, thank you, Becky.
Right? And she sent tea. So there's all kinds. There's a grapefruit in there and chai and all kinds of things. She had an Advent tea, and I'm thinking this is from her Advent tea this past year. So we get to share tea, and we get to share minis.
Oh, thank you, Becky.
Becky, I'm so stoked. Aren't those great? And look, there's some light ones in there that could help my blanket out. I might have to send you home with most of the dark ones.
That's okay.
Because I have enough dark colors. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So that's what came in the mail. It came in the mail. It was probably there when we recorded last time, but they didn't send it to my door. They stuffed it in my mailbox.
On your mailbox, yeah.
And I don't check my mailbox often. So yeah, it was Tuesday when I brought it in. I thought, I'm editing the podcast right now. We could have done it on this most current one. So Becky saved a sweater. That's going to be the title of this one.
Becky saved a sweater. I like it. So I also got a package. Total surprise. I got a lovely package from Lindsay and Annetta.
Show them the back.
It has cupcake stickers on it.
Birthday
Awesome.
cupcakes.
I have not opened it because Alicia makes me open things on the podcast. It's been sitting at my house laughing at me since like last Thursday. Actually, since my birthday. It arrived on my
her birthday.
And so I'm going to open it now. See what I got.
Oh my god.
First of all, there are loads of minis. It's like a mini party. Someone's making lots of accessories. And I got 2 cards.
That's like all the citruses in one skein.
Yeah, happy birthday. I hope you have a fabulous birthday filled with fur. Oh, filled with fun and fur. Fun, yarn, and family. I'm excited to meet you in person in June. Best birthday wishes, Lindsay. Lindsay, I'm excited to meet you too.
That was your Knitmas partner.
That was my Knitmas partner. And
oh my goodness.
Happy birthday from Annetta. Happy birthday. Hope it is full of fun, love, and yarn.
It was.
It was. Yeah, like I said, Alicia and I had lunch, and another
we roamed
friend
around a yarn store.
We roamed around the yarn store, and another friend joined us. It was a lot of fun. So they sent me all the minis.
All these colors. Oh my goodness, guys.
So thank you so much. Look at that. Stranger Things. You might have to have some of that one. That's from Desert Vista Dye Works, Stranger Things.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And then, you'll like this one. This one's 716 knits. Yeah. And then life expectancy of a spinal tap dream. Or, yeah. And then Moxie.
Oh, those are pretty.
Thank you so much.
You ladies are so sweet.
So much yarn. So many hexy poo.
So it was like I said, if you knew her Ravelry name, you knew her birthday.
Yeah, exactly. 215. I wasn't very original when I came up with my Ravelry name. Sorry.
Well, you can change it up to 2 times.
I'm okay. Everyone knows me as Lizzie 215.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't
not.
changed mine. I thought about changing mine because I thought it might be a little aggressive for some people's. But it's my climbing tag on a climbing website, and it's been my tag for yarn for years.
It's been like so I just can't.
It's not
change
gonna
it.
change.
So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody.
Awesome. That is so awesome. We have the best friends.
We do have the best friends.
And we get to see them in a few short months. Like, June is not coming soon enough.
Yep.
I'm super stoked to see you guys in ZK. And just thank you a billion times over for being so awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys we couldn't ask for a better group. Guys, we have a knit-along going on all year long garments. And you're getting your garment to look like one soon.
Soon, it'll get there. Well, I've already decided, I know I'm a slow knitter. I'm just going to, even if I haven't finished previous sweaters, every quarter, I'm just going to cast on a new sweater.
Okay.
And then by the end, I'll either have 4 projects that need to get done. But that way, since we have the knit along and we're inviting people to knit along with us so they can, use any of the designers that you or I use.
Or yarn. Yeah.
Yeah, or yarn. So yeah. So every quarter, whether I'm done or not, I will just cast on a new sweater.
Yay. And I'm going to try to
She'll finish
some.
a whole bunch, so.
I hope so. Yeah, I owe my mom a crocheted sweater, so soon enough, guys, you're going to see a hook in my hands.
But,
I have to get the right colorway still.
Please join us.
Yeah, join us on the threads. We have a lovely group that we keep talking to.
Yeah.
And if you're new to the group, welcome.
Yes.
And I hope you stick around, because we just enjoy what we do. And we want to knit along with everybody. So we make everything pretty easy to jump into as far as knit-alongs go. We have 1 more month before we do the quarterly draw.
Yeah.
So we have 2 finished sweaters in the FO threads. I can't believe
Good job, people.
Garments done. We open this open for everything.
Remember, people, if you're slow nerd like me, work in progress count. If you have a sweater you've been working on for 4 years, finish it, throw it in.
Yeah, do it. All works in progress count. Baby sweaters count.
Yeah.
If it's a sweater ornament, it counts. Come on, let's just get some garments on those needles and make them fly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that we're going to get some more finished garments by the end of
we will.
March.
Well, the end of March is still 6 weeks away. We're only halfway through the first quarter, so.
Yep. So get knitting. Till we knit again, guys.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.